Hey, folks, welcome back to the show. I appreciate you being here. Brad Trahan is here once again today. We're going to talk Parks and Recs on the show. Welcome to the Matt Logan Show. If you are ready, I am ready. So go ahead and strap up that harness. We're going to shake things up. We're going to rattle them around. Let's go. Welcome to the Matt Logan Show. So I haven't dug my pond yet, but that's part of my vision. I love parks. I made a park in the backyard for family, and some of the family, we just all got together and decided to do that. And so when I see these things going on in Rochester and the Parks and Recs department, or whatever you want to call it, making some decisions on the swimming pools. Obviously, Minnesota doesn't have a real long season. Let's talk about that a little bit. Where's your passion at with some of the stuff that's going on?
Well, first of all, when you dig your pond, do it really well, because when you do it well, I'll hire you to do mine. How's that sound?
There you go. All right. I actually had a buddy out here, and he's in construction, very specific part of construction, and I'm going to have him do a few things. And he's like, I'm going to take some pictures, and I might hire you to do one of these for me. And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Park and Rec, I tell you what, hot topic, talking to a lot of people, a lot of frustration. And I wonder if that frustration has been self-induced by the city.
I grew up in the pools there, and to see what's going on right now, like literally I would go to the pools quite often, loved it.
Yeah, it's really it's unfortunate we don't have a nice aquatic center right now. And people will talk splash pads and they'll talk full pools. We can do both. And you talk about pools and Park and Rec. That's a family adventure. That's what keeps people together. Those are things that the family can get together and go out and have a great time together as one. Make a nice picnic area and whatnot. I know right now where it stands is that there's some proposals that are being presented to the council. It's tied into the Soldiers Field golf course. I just want everyone to know, Rochester, I support an 18-hole golf course at Soldiers Field. It's my belief if you reduce it down to 9, they're going to get rid of it altogether. And I want to share a story briefly on that, is that when I went to one of the park board meetings, a gentleman came out, moved to Rochester from North Dakota. He said, Brad, we have something in North Dakota you don't have here, flatland. If we lose those 18 holes of golf at Soldiers Field because of my disability, I can't golf here. So, we live in a town of hope, health, hospitality. People coming from all over. Soldiers Field should remain 18 holes. We can work around that, make it a nice aquatic center that fits the needs of everybody in this community. But really, quite honestly, in the years I've been here, there's just been a lot of talk about it, and we need to get something done. This is long overdue, Matt.
When you see Casson and Dodge Center, Stewartville, they're small communities, and they have nice aquatic centers.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, I have friends that take their kids to those communities that you just mentioned, and guess what they do afterwards? Then they go spend money in their restaurants before they head back to Rochester.
Right.
Look at the lost revenue. But again, if we're going to provide that entertainment, that energy, that vibrancy, why would we have our community members go to the outskirts? God bless our area communities. Southeastern Minnesota, they help make up Rochester. As your mayor, I'm never going to forget our communities in southeastern Minnesota.
The thing with, so let's call it Olmsted County. Mm-hmm. Rochester is in Olmsted County, and the overall population of the county is 200 and some odd thousand, roughly.
That's about right.
130,000-ish in the city of Rochester.
It's around 122, I believe, close to that.
Officially.
Yep.
I think the new census, if it really were accurate, would probably be higher than that.
Yep.
That's a huge percentage of the people in the city. And when I look at it from my perspective, when I talk to friends, especially friends with kids, I have grandkids, what do we do? My grandkids would kind of rather have more fun here than there was just nothing to do, right?
There's really not. And when you look at that...
nothing is an extreme,
right.
But
We can do better.
It's difficult.
We can do better. Think about this too. Obviously pools are such a hot topic right now because the temperature's hot. But let's go to the wintertime. We have kids right now that are skating on rinks that aren't being shoveled and the warming houses aren't opened up. What are we going to do to serve those kids? I mean, why can't we do that? We have to just, again, that's part of the disconnect that we talked about. It's my belief, Matt, let's first maintain what we do have. We have to, if we cannot get our ice rinks taken care of and we have people coming to shovel the ice rinks before they can skate, maintain what we have to do now to make sure that we're serving the needs of the Rochester community. One thing that I've also thought of is what can we do for some of our private-public partnerships? There's an entity over in Iowa, 75 acres, softball, baseball, lacrosse, soccer. Inside they have arcade, they have all kinds of things that are going on based on 75 acres. We need to get creative.
Excuse me, that sounds fun. I got to go.
Okay, I'll catch you when you come back tomorrow. But we need those robust ideas to come to the table, say, what's it going to take to make that happen? What we dream about today could be reality in 5 years, but we got to talk about it, and we're not.
And we talked the other day, DMC stuff and the growth that is expected with that. You need to understand that comes with kids, that comes with younger people and families, and the UMR campus is expanding, all those things. We need something to do. So that's a good point.
I heard a stat that roughly 80% of the time that when our patients and visitors are in the community, they're not in the doctor's offices and lab tests, they're out in the community.
Right.
And what do we need to do to help them out? Right now, if people want to go visit our historical society, we don't have transportation through our city buses to get them out there. Why not? But we need more of that type of stuff. And, is it disc golf? Is it lacrosse? What do we need? We just need more recreational opportunities, for these individuals to come in and be entertained. And here's what's so
Bears are entertaining.
I'm sorry?
Bears are entertaining.
I can imagine they would be entertaining.
So that'd be something to,
take a look at.
Yeah,
Get that.
Let's write that down.
We'll do it. I think on a wider scale, too, is that what really touches our community is when so many people, especially on the outside, coming in. We got to take care of our citizens. That's that's so important. But we have so many people come to our community that are coming for maybe the last hope to come to our community to get better. And if we can take some time to entertain them, give them recreation to make their stay enjoyable, we want to do that. I know back in the day, Matt, my wife and I, when we did a nonprofit, we hosted comedy shows down to the Peace Plaza. Sure. The Peace Plaza has really changed. It's not how we once knew it. Another topic, another day. But what was so cool about having those comedy shows? We'd have 1,000 people plus, and we'd have comedy. It takes less muscles to smile than it does to frown. Yeah. But what made my day and my wife and my family and our friends and our community is when we see people in wheelchairs with nose tubes up their nose and they're laughing and taking an hour or two to get their minds off of something different. That made our day. And in terms of Park and Rec, we need to do that same type of thing, and we can do it if we are able to listen, learn, and hear what the community truly wants. And then we have to execute.
Sounds like a good tagline.
I've been using that lately, listen, learn, lead. But, that it is so important to me. It's in my DNA. Yeah. It's in my DNA. Because let me be honest with you, I'm not going to be the expert of any one area. But you know what I have a good, strong belief in is I'm going to bring good people around us, and they're going to be the experts. They're going to talk about it. It's just, by the way, people, I'm not going to keyboard. If you disagree with me, we're not going to keyboard. We're going to talk face-to-face. And by doing that, because I truly feel we have so much more in common than we don't. And when you bring these ideas to the table, good things happen.
I call it thumb wars. Not
Gotcha.
And seriously, people who have followed me for any length of time at all knows exactly what I'm talking about. I invite people to call me, do the whole face-to-face thing when possible. It's pretty rare that can happen, but a phone call at least, not this thumb war stuff. I'm with you.
There's nothing productive that comes out of keyboarding, thumb wars, things of that nature. There really isn't. I think it explodes and it gets worse. And that's one thing that we got to be going back to, having those conversations. By the way, in the Bears, I went to a friend's cabin in Wisconsin, and he said he's got all his bears around there. I didn't see one, so I don't know if he's making it up or whatnot, but I would like to see a bear soon.
Yeah, boy, they're very entertaining. I have some family that have had some close encounters and some stuff, so yeah.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for being here, man.
Matt, thanks for this opportunity. Look forward to speaking to you down the road on more issues.
Good luck on the 9th.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You bet.